Good morning, TK. For today's math lesson, we are not going to have an objective, but I will be reviewing numbers 1 through 5 with you. So for today's review lesson, you're going to need this worksheet to go over numbers 1 through 5. You're going to need your objects. You have these little objects. They're already falling out of my hand. You have all of these little objects inside your baggies. Make sure you don't lose any because we're going to use them to glue them in our missing spaces. Which brings me to my next item. You're also going to need glue, and you're only going to need your pencil for your first and last name. Once you use your pencil for your name, you can put it away, and then we're only going to be focusing on our numbers and the objects needed for those numbers. All right, TK, so for the first number, I have my number 1. My number 1, how many objects belong to my number 1? We're going to choose that many objects from our green squares, and we're going to glue it down in our space. So I'm getting one object. I'm putting glue on the back of it, a good amount so it sticks. Now I'm going to put it on my paper in my spot. I have one object for my number 1. Now we're going to continue with the rest of our numbers. My next number is my number 2. How many objects do I need for that number? Well, let's see. So I'm going to put a little on my object, and I'm going to put it in my space. I'm going to do the same thing with my next object. Put it in my space. And now I know that I need 2 objects to match my number 2. So I'm going to keep going and use the same process and see if I get to use all of my objects that I have. So I have 1, 2, 3. Do I need any more for this number? No, just 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 objects is the same as the number 3. All right, we're going to go down. How many squares are here? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need 4 green cubes to match my number 4. I have 1. I have 2. I have 3. And I have 4. So as you can see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 in order to match my number 4. And now for my last group. My last group is going to have how many green cubes? Let's find out. All right, so let's count. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green cubes to match my number 5. Good job, TK. I hope you got that practice in. For tomorrow's assessment, all we're going to be using are our number cards and our blank worksheet. So I'm going to see how well you can write your numbers and match them to the correct objects.